Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. On the Solana chart, we are currently on the 4-hour chart and we're dealing with the question if we are still in the third wave and if we are still in the third wave or if the third wave finished and the fourth wave is unfolding. But this chart structurally hasn't changed in months, so we are still in the same structure. So the idea is that this was a wave 1, the peak in July. We had a deep wave 2 pullback in September, and then this extended third wave. And we're basically now at a point where this third wave could be finished already, might finish at any point. So it's very crucial, very important to observe the microstructure. This is so important because the microstructure will tell us first if support levels break and what the structure is doing and if we're already coming down in wave C of 4. So that's what we're going to observe on the 1-hour time frame and discuss. But overall, the assumption is that we should still, even after a fourth wave corrective pullback, ideally get another move up in what would be wave 5 of C. So it is a bullish structure. We should still get one more high, but this wave 4 might take a few weeks to play out anyway, maybe even a couple of months. So the main question we're dealing with is the wave 4 already over or not? So is the wave 3 already over or not? The yellow count shows, again, you might know that if you watched the previous videos, but the yellow count shows the scenario in which the third is already done. And the fourth is basically already unfolding. Yesterday I've added a microstructure to this chart. What would we need to see for the yellow count? So what we need to see for the yellow count is 3 waves down, 3 waves up, 5 waves down. Let me explain. First of all, maybe this is the support area. So the price so far is sort of dancing within this support area, which is relevant for the white count, which would allow for one more high. But let me just make it a little bit smaller and at least not so obvious on the chart. So what I wanted to highlight here, yes, there's the short-term bullish case in which we can get one more high. But there's also the short-term bearish one in which wave 4 has already started. Probabilities at the moment aren't very clear here. Well, not on this time frame. So if we have a time frame that's not that clear, well, zoom out, trade the larger time frame or avoid the chart at all. The chart will soon make it clear and give us clarity. Yeah, you get it very often that the chart isn't entirely clear, but we need to understand, right, what needs to happen to make the chart clearer. And I tell you what needs to happen. So first of all, let's assume we are dealing with the yellow scenario now. The yellow scenario would suggest that we are in a larger ABC correction. A wave might have bottomed here on the 3rd of January. We get a B wave corrective rally that might have started on Wednesday, and then a C wave down in 5 waves. This is the ideal structure. Now, so far we only have 3 waves down. We haven't even got the 3 waves up yet, at least not in a size where I would say this is circle wave B. Bear in mind that such a structure can also turn into a triangle, so we have to be aware that if this is wave 4 already, it will morph a lot, it will change. Wave 4s are usually not very desirable waves to trade within. On the larger time frame, yeah, maybe to add positions for the wave 5, which happens afterwards, but within the fourth wave, you don't really want to trade normally. Yeah, and here's the risk that we're already in wave 4. Now, if wave A already bottomed, then this B wave should take us a little higher probably. There is a resistance area we can bring onto the chart. I will do that, which means that should we get above that, it's standard resistance only. So it's not like an invalidation point, but it might help you get a bit of orientation and to understand where that B wave should ideally land and which levels the B wave should respect. What I will do, I will make that support area now a little smaller because otherwise it's in the way. Okay, but that allows us to put this resistance area onto the chart. This is resistance that the price now would need to break above to suggest that the white count is playing out. As long as we stay within or below resistance, it could easily be yellow. Even above it, it could be yellow. B waves can overshoot, but probabilities for the white count will increase. In the yellow count, the move up is clearly corrective, and it at the moment is. So we've already had a first reaction to resistance, could easily stretch a little higher. If we reach a top in B and see a 5-wave move down, and that's the clarification I want. I want to see a 5-wave move down. It would need to be clear. Otherwise, it won't make it clear. But for the C wave down, that's a 5-wave move. And in a C wave, we obviously have 5 waves. Within, I want to see that. Once I see that, the wave 2 corrective rally could be a short trade setup with a stop above the B wave high. Okay? Because only the 5 waves down will clarify that wave C has started. With a tight stop as well. If the move down stays corrective, it could easily be the white scenario in which we are moving higher in wave 5. Why? Because in the white count, we're looking at something like that in an A wave, then a corrective pullback in 3 waves, not 5, and then the C wave up. So, you know, that's sort of in theory how it ideally works. So the chart will really only clarify itself if we get a corrective rally and 5 waves down, or if we finish A, get a corrective pullback, because then we expect an impulse up. So that's where we are. So it's quite advanced stuff here, I think. It's not like, you know, we have a really good entry point with really great parameters. No, we're just sort of tracking the structures. I'm watching this like a hawk to try to identify an impulse down, which might or might not show, because that would certainly mean we have to shift towards the yellow count. I would at the moment still like to see primarily one more high, but it's not like that I would give it 80% probability. So it's they're very, very balanced, the probabilities on this chart at the moment, at least on this time frame. Yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, and please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.